Many of the world's roads are plagued by unsafe and poor design, but few present the kind of perilous conditions that send drivers sliding across icy lanes or plummeting thousands of miles to their death. Despite their life-threatening terrain, plenty of people drive on these roads, including tourists looking to take advantage of the beautiful scenery. From winding roads through Himalayas to sleepy roadways through the countryside, here are 10 of the most dangerous roads in the world. And if you don't get frightened easily, fasten your seatbelt and take a virtual ride. And if you have actually traveled on any of these awesome avenues, keep calm and leave your comments below. Before you watch, please subscribe to KnowPlanet and show us your support. Number 10. Halsema Highway, Philippines. Halsema Highway was considered one of the most dangerous highways in the world. Halsema Highway has a length of 150 km and it's a 2 to 4 lane highway that stretches from Baguio City to Bontoc, Mountain Province in the Philippines. It also goes through some of the most remote provinces in the country. Like many under-maintained mountain roads, landslides are a hazard on the Halsema Highway, where big stones and debris tumble from peaks. And along with the cloud forests comes mist that can ruin your visibility. Bus drivers travel at a high speed on these narrow roads, making it very dangerous for smaller vehicles. Extreme foggy conditions and slippery soils during rainy seasons complicate the driving, turning the road even more dangerous. Number 9. The Taroko Gorge Road, Taiwan. The Taroko Gorge Road in Taiwan is another mountain route made by carving out rocks. The Central Cross Island Highway is a narrow and winding mountain road, and only a bus can barely pass by at a time. The highway cuts through the mountain and is full of blind curves, sharp turns and narrow paths leading through cliffs and mountains. This road tests the skill and courage of any driver. It's definitely not for anyone suffering from vertigo or a fear of landslides. Only the suicidal, the insane or the paid to do this should ever drive down. Buses, pedestrians, scooters and cars all fight for space on the narrow road. Heavy rain in typhoon season dislodges debris onto the road and walls of the nearby gorge, prone to failure under seismic activity. The road is widely recognized as one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Number 8. Taiwan, China. Located within the Taiwan Mountain National Park in northwestern Hunan Province, the road is 11 kilometers long from the bottom to top. To get there, you need to drive up the Tongtian Avenue, which has 99 turns, symbolizing that heaven has 9 places. That's a lot of curves to tackle, with only a few feet separating you from a deadly plunge down the slope. This road has been known as one of the most spectacular roads in the world. The driver should be extra careful during the drive, taking it slow and paying attention to every curve and turn. Not being overly careful could make it too easy to smash a car or worse, injure and even kill passengers. The scenery looks beautiful, but take your eyes off the road for a second and you're on the fastest way down to the bottom. Number 7. Passage du Croix. Passage du Croix is a natural passage with a length of 4.3 km located on the Atlantic coast of France. The road is said to flood twice a day by the high tide. Be sure to pack an inflatable boat for driving this road because you might mix up the tide times. Then, like vehicles in the past, you might disappear beneath the salty brine. Covered by the sea twice a day, this paved road is littered with seaweed in places and can be particularly slippy. And a thick fog can rise quickly in this part. The road gets flooded twice daily, so you better be dead on accurate when you look up the tide times. Don't forget, you need to dodge the slippery seaweed too. The length of the road makes it all the more dangerous because if you're caught in the floods, it can be very difficult to reach dry land before the entire stretch becomes chest deep in water. Number 6. Guoliang Tunnel Road, China. Guoliang Tunnel is one of the fastest tunnels in the world. Located in the Taihang Mountains in the province of Henan, the road requires monk-like focus to drive. Even one mistake, locals say, means big trouble in Little China. The tunnel is 15 feet high and 12 feet wide, barely wide enough for 2 cars. Taking 5 years to build, and the road was open to traffic in 1977. Beware, this road is particularly dangerous when it rains. The road is difficult and it's a nightmare in the wet or dark or both. While the view from the tunnel's windows are definitely exquisite and unforgettable, the Guoliang tunnel is known for being a road that does not tolerate any mistakes and hence known as one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Number 5. The Atlantic Ocean, Norway. Located in the midwest part of the Norwegian coastline, the Atlantic Road is one of the most scenic drives in the world. Driving along this road is like teetering on the edge of the sea. The curvy road dips and arches over the brutal waves of the Norwegian Sea that often crash over the pavement during storms. The sight is beautiful. This unique highway will bring you out to the very furthest point where the land ends and the ocean begins. The weather on this zone is harsh and highly unpredictable, and it does not take much time for the bright sunshine to change over to moderate to heavy snowfall. The biggest fear is the wind, which often exceeds 30 miles per hour on the bridge. It has taxed the nerves of more than few drivers. The bridge becomes a truly treacherous drive during storms. Many people have a fear that when they drive over a bridge, they'll end up in the water. If you can't keep your eyes on the road due to the beautiful surroundings, you better just stop at one of the 4 viewpoints. Rain or shine, even during a storm, the road is open, which can cause an unforgettable experience. It is said that driving on this road is one of the most amazing road trips in the world. Number 4. The North Yungas Road, Bolivia, also known as Bolivia's Death Road. You wouldn't want to travel on any road nicknamed the Road of Death, so stay away from this one. This is infamously known for death. On an average, there are about 300 deaths every year. In the Amazonian rainforest is the world's most dangerous road. With solid rock on one side and 2,000 feet hole on the other, this road is only 12 feet wide and is one of the most spectacular roads with its beautiful landscape view. Astonishingly, the road has over 200 hairpin turns. The rain and fog in the rainy season reduce the visibility and also cause many mudslides and tumbling of rocks from the hillsides above. Small waterfalls also pour down the cliffs. In the summer, the dust from vehicles hamper visibility. Cyclists are known to still challenge the road of death, some dying in the process, and making it one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Number 3. Kadungla, India. Kadungla reaches at a height of around 5,602 meters and is located in the Ladakh region of India. It's one of the highest mountain roads of the country. This trail passes through remote areas. Usually there are potential long travel delays due to traffic congestion on narrow one-lane sections. Washouts, landslides and road accidents are pretty common. The road is closed annually from approximately October to May due to snow. The zone is prone to heavy mist and can be dangerous in low visibility conditions. Do not travel this pass in severe weather conditions, as it has a well-deserved reputation for being dangerous because of unpredictable snowstorms and blizzards, and driving under these conditions can be extremely challenging. The road is primarily loose rock, dirt and usually covered in snow. Altitude sickness is guaranteed on this journey and there is no medical support along the route, making this road one of the most dangerous in the world. Number 2. James Dalton, Alaska. The Dalton Highway is one of the most isolated roads in the world. If you can drive this road, you can pretty much drive anything. The road is used by truckers, especially those who travel to and from the oil fields. The highway is 414 miles long. There are no medical facilities along the road, though 3 towns exist along the way. It's advised that anyone traveling the road should make sure to pack plenty of supplies and bring survival gear. The route demands 100% concentration. Words can't describe the road and pictures don't do justice. The road is known for being particularly deadly. Take a tip from the tortoise, slow and steady wins the race. The road itself is very primitive in places and small vehicle and motorcycle traffic is highly discouraged. It is said to be the longest stretch of serviceless road in North America with no gas stations, restaurants, hotels or any other basic services, making this road the most remote and getting itself to one of the most dangerous roads in the world. And finally, we have number 1. The Zojila Pass, India. The Zojila Pass is a high mountain pass in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir, located on National Highway 1, connecting the towns of Srinagar and Leh in the western Himalayan mountain range. It is known as the Road of Death. Landslides are a continual problem and the road zigzags among craggy peaks at over 11,000 feet at its highest elevation. Zojila Pass is generally closed during the winter when 50-foot snowdrifts make it impassable. Zoji Pass is only about 9 kilometers long. It is said to be one of the most dangerous passes in the world, not just because it's extremely narrow and has no barriers, but also because of the vicious winds and heavy snowfall that often affect the region. There have been many incidents where tourists were killed when the vehicle they were traveling in skidded off the road, making it the most dangerous roads in the world. Have you guys traveled any of these roads? Please comment below and let us know your experience. And please do not forget to subscribe to KnowPlanet.